Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय पुष्पात् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सत्र सदस्य मौल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। रामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामीत भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर लॉर्ड। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मेखला अर्जुन वासांसी जटा दंड कमंडलू विप्रिया उपवीतम च दर्भ पानीर यतोदितम मेकलाजिन वासांसी जटा दंड कमंडलू विप्रियादुपवीतं च गर्भपारीर्यतोदितं मेकराजिनवासांसि दण्डकमण्डलु विप्रियादुपवीतं च गर्भपारीर्यतोदितं मेकलाजिनवासांसि यथा दण्डकमण्डलु विप्रियादुपवीतं च दर्भपाणिर्यतोदितं मेकलाजिनवासांसि यथा दण्डकमण्डलु विप्रियादुपवीतं च दर्भपाणिर्यतोदितं मेकलाजिनवासांसि दण्डकमण्डलं विप्रियादुपवीतं च दर्भपाणिर्यतोदितं Mekala, belt made of straw. Ajina wasangsi, garments made of deerskin. Jata, bunch of hair. Dandaha, rod. Kamandulu, as well as the water pot known as Kamandulu. Vibriyad, the brahmachari should carry regularly. Upavitam cha, as well as the sacred thread. Darbhapani, taking in hand purified kusha. Yatoditam, as they are recommended in the Shastras. Translation: the brahmachari should carry in the hand pure kusha grass, dressing himself regularly with a belt of straw, a deerskin garment, a bunch of hair, a staff, and water pot, as well as the sacred thread.
Mekhala Jinavasansi Natadanda Kamandalam Vidhyat upapitam cha dharmapani jasoditam. The description of brahmachari is going on. Here the dress should be as simple as possible. So, the genome means deer skin. That is very essential because formerly the brahmacharis used to go to Guru Griha. In those days, Guru Griha was not palatial building. Now, if you haven't got palatial building, nobody will come to the different states. But actually, brahmachari, the Guru also, they were living in the forest and brahmachari used to go to the Guru Griha. In the deer skin in the forest is very essential. That's why if we take some blanket, we can spread anywhere and sit down. Deer skin, it is said that if you have got deer skin, you can sleep in the jungle, the snake will not touch you. That is the drabbagun, the special effect of deer skin. Either tiger skin or deer skin, if you sit down, if you sleep, the snakes will not come. This is also very scientific. Therefore, because the brahmachari used to live in the jungle, it was essential. But on the whole, the shortcut is accounted. Not that gorgeous dress, very nice, very straight. As far as possible. Javadat, whatever is absolutely necessary, that is Vedic civilization. Vedic civilization does not recommend that artificially you increase your necessities life and there is so much trouble. It's like nowadays in your country, the machine is there in every respect, even for saving your cheap requirements. So, this increasing the artificial necessities of life is possible when there is no higher thought. After all, we are thoughtful. We have got better consciousness in the human form of life than the animals. Our consciousness is developed. But because in this age, material world, we have no spiritual ideas. So whatever power we have got in thinking, we are trying to increase artificially material wealth. The idle brain is a devil's one. So, this is called anartha. Anartha means things which are not wanted. This is the distinction between East and West. If I can lie down, the Eastern civilization is that if I can lie down on the floor, where is the necessity of a bedstead or a cot? There is not. If I can lie down, resting my head on the arm, why there is necessity of pillow? If I can drink water with my palms like this, what is the use of any water pot? Minimize. Spiritual life does not mean artificially increasing necessities. Nidra, Ahara, Viharata, even the most important necessities of life, Ahara, everyone has to eat something. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha, these are bodily necessities. Eating, sleeping, sex, and taking precaution from danger. These are bodily necessities. But spiritual advancement means, as Rupa Goswami and other Goswami showed as example, they conquer the world. Nidra, ahara, viharakadi, vidito. To conquer over sleeping, to conquer over eating, to conquer over sex, and to conquer over fearing. Fearing, we are afraid because we are thinking I am this body. Vayam ditiyadi nivesatasya. The question of fear comes. Because this body, there is some danger. Why you are fearful? Because I am thinking I am this body. Ditya Vinivesa. I am soul, every one of us, spirit soul, Krishna spirit soul. So, even after the destruction of body, I do not die. Na hannati hannamani sarire. But this realization we are lacking. Therefore, when there is some danger about my body, I become fearful. This is Ditya. But that does not mean unnecessarily we are exposed to danger. No. But we must have this concept that this body is temporary, even if it is destroyed, I am not going to die. But if Krishna life to be destroyed, let it be done so. Where is the question of fear? That does not mean I not take any precaution. I must take precaution. But I shall not be overwhelmed, just sharp buddhi. If I think that like in car, there are some little accidents the other day. So, although there are accidents, we do not care, because we know that because there is some accident, then we are lost. No? So, the more we become spiritually advanced, these things coming. Nidrahara, viharakadi. Those who are accustomed to material habit, at the time of drinking tea, if he does not get a cup of tea, he becomes mad of it, because too much materially enjoyed. But you have given up. You know that without drinking tea, I am not going to die. Why should I be unnecessarily take all these things? This is spiritual life. Spiritual life does not mean go on increasing your material necessity and you become spiritual. No, the minimum. Javalatha prayer, as much as required. We shall talk very major things. That is spiritual life. As a brahmachari is taught. From the very beginning, he is taught to shortcut the necessities of life. Shortcut. Mekhala jina bhasansi jata ganda kamandala. Jata means the bunch of hair. But you should not take care of the hair. Then automatically it will become jata. If you apply very nice coconut oil and it comb, it dress very nicely, then there will be no jata. The jata means don't care of your hair. If you want to keep hair at all, first of all, there is no question of caretaking if you become clean shaven. So there are two processes. A brahmachari, either he is clean shaven or he keeps his hair without any taking care. That is two process. Jata, command. Not that I shall keep my hair
Now in the Kali Yuga, the hair is very valuable, life and soul. I have seen some of our disciples, as soon as out of this camp, immediately here. Immediately. I have seen so many. When you are within the camp, very advanced support, but as soon as he is one day after, he is immediately. His so tendency is. Because in this age, it is understood that if you can keep here, bunch of hair, not very nice, but simply here will make it beautiful. Lavandam Ketulam, although he has no lavanda, he has no beauty, still he thinks I have become very beautiful by keeping here. So, this will be avoided. In this age, of course, this is jata is not possible. If you keep jata, then when you go on the street for begging alms for Guru, then perhaps you will be chased by so many animals. So it is better to remain clean shaven. It has no botheration, no taking care of the hair, no iron required. So, jata kamandalam vigriyat. Vigriyat upavita. But the sacred thread must be. Sacred thread. That is the sign, badge, that this person has approached Guru. The sacred thread is the indication that he is twice born. First of all, he was born by the father and mother. Now he has approached Guru, and Guru gives him initiation and sacred thread. That means he is under the care of Guru. That is required. Atadvan Purusha Veda. Unless one takes shelter of Acharya, he is careless, not careless. He is not taken care of. He is bad. If one does not take shelter of Acharya, then he is a Bharavan. Therefore, in India, we see so many Bharavans. No employment, no caretaker, loitering in the street, playing at noontime, no engagement. This is the defect because we have lost our own culture. Although this culture, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, the Indian culture, unfortunately we have given up. Varnashram dharma, varna 4 varnas and 4 ashrama, but simply giving up. No more Brahman, no more Kshatriya, no more Vaishya, no more Sudra, less than Sudra, Panchama. Less than Sudra means Chandala. Kirata, Huna, the Pulinda Pukkasa. There are so many divisions of Chanda. Panchama, they are called Panchama. So, the whole thing is topsy-turvy. We have given up our own culture and imitating the foreigners and Western countries. That also we cannot do very properly because we are meant for different purpose. And in India, one who has taken birth in India, it is understood that in his previous birth he tried to cultivate spiritual culture, therefore he has been given the opportunity to take birth in India. India is so far. But as soon as he takes birth, the rascal leader spoils him. The rascal father spoils him. The rascal teacher spoils him. So what can they do with words on that generation? They have been taught that the spiritual culture is useless because we are so much spiritually inclined. The foreigners came and they rule over us. Now give up all this nonsense, become technologists. This is going on. So, this will not make us happy. This is a fact that punappunachar vitacharmana. There is no meaning of giving up spiritual cultivation and taking to or imitating something. This is called anartha. Anartha means unnecessarily glorified. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for guiding us. Anartha avasamam sātsa bhakti yugam madhukti. These rascals, they have forgotten their own culture. They have accepted so many anarthas, unwanted things. Take for example drinking wine. Is it very necessary thing? But drinking tea, is it very necessary? Drinking, smoking bidi, this is artificial. At the cost of bidi smokers, many millionaires are there in India. And in your country also, at the cost of the smokers, many millions. At the cost of the meat eaters, there are many, many rich men. So, the society is creating unnecessary entanglement. So, the Bhagavad culture, Bhagavad Dharma, which we are trying to spread, Krishna consciousness, it is the only remedy for curbing down this unnecessary so-called civilization. Anartha vasamam sātsa bhakti yugam madhukti. This thing, practically everyone can see that you Western boys and girls, so many anarthas you practice, but as soon as you come to bhakti yoga, everything is finished. So this is a fact. Anartha vasamam sātsa bhakti yugam madhukti. If you take to bhakti yoga, immediately anarthas, unwanted things, finish. Lokasya jnana. They are trying to minimize the anarthas. In your country, no. The government is spending millions of dollars to stop this LSD habit. The government has admitted that we are spending so much money, but when these boys come to Krishna consciousness, immediately we say, anartha vasamam sātsa. It is practical. The government has failed to stop this intoxication habit, LSD, spending millions of dollars, but by the grace of Krishna, the same hippie, the same LSD man, as soon as he comes to Krishna consciousness, he becomes completely free. Upasamam sātsa, bhakti yogam adhakari. So, if you want to be peaceful, happy, you have to again bring in the Vedic culture, simple life and high thinking. That is one. If you introduce more and more anarthas or unwanted things, how we can be happy? We have to minimize even whatever we absolutely require. Absolutely require. Ahara nidra bhayana. It has to be cut. That is civilization, not that increase. This is the misguiding civilization. Annadakhan bhai rupaniyama. This is a civilization where a blind man is guiding and few others and many others blind. So what is this? The leader is a rascal. He does not know what is the aim of life and he has become leader. So many songs. When I was talking with Professor Patowski, I asked him this question, that after all you are required, you are in need of a leader. So you are being led by your Lenin philosophy and we are being led by Krishna philosophy. So where is the difference in the procedure? You require a leader, we require a leader. That is the wanted. Without leader you cannot go. But if you select a bad leader, blind leader, then you remain blind. The power of Krishna consciousness movement is that you have to accept one leader. That you cannot avoid. Either you become communist or capitalist or this or that. You have to accept one leader. So take the best, first class, perfect leader, Krishna. Then you'll be happy. Otherwise it is not possible. Anatharva samam sat bhakti yoga madhakari lokasya ajanata. These rascals, they do not know how to accept lead. Vidyan chakre sātata samhita. Therefore back then, is the most learned person, Vidya. He has prepared the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Amalampura. So, if we read Nittanga Bhagavata Seva, daily, so we are making so much effort, we are building nice building. So you come and hear Bhagavatam, discuss Bhagavatam, then you'll be happy. Otherwise, if you want to go to hell, samabdaram jositam sannisangam. If you simply associate with the devotees, jositam sangam, jositam sangam, those are too much fond of women. They are called joshi sangi. They are called jositam. So not only to become, it is condemned, too much being attached to woman. If one is too much attached to woman, if you make association with him, then you are also condemned. Kavaddaram jositam sangi. Mahasevadaram ahudvimukte. If you want to be relieved from this unearthly, unwanted thing, to become clean, Satya Suddhi, it is called Satya Suddhi. Tapo Dibbang Putrakadina Suddhi Satya. You do not understand that we are in Ashuddha Sattva, our existence is impure. Therefore, although I am eternal, although I am living entity, Nitya Sasasayam, still I have to suffer this consequence, birth, death, old age, and disease. There is no brain. In Bhagavad Gita it says, na hannate hannamane sarire. After annihilation of this body, the soul is never destroyed. Then why am I suffering this destruction, death? The whole problem is there. But they do not care. They have become so rascals and fools. They do not know what is the problem. The real problem is stop your death, repetition of birth, death, old age and disease. They don't care. That's an animal. The animal, they do not care. But the human form, if they do not care like that, they're animal. So this is civilization. How one should be conscious about his self, why he is put into this tribulation, ki ami keno more jate tapotro. This question should be there. Then answers are there. Then our life is successful. That is perfection of civilization. Not this nonsense civilization. If everyone is darkness and eat, drink, milk, marry and enjoy and go to hell, like that. This is not civilization. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Title of the lecture is Shortcut Your Necessities. Prabhupada speaking about the life of Brahmachari in this verse. And he spoke about in the beginning about dress, simplicity of dress. What Prabhupada spoke about. Deer skin. Why it is required, deer skin?
Prabhupada was telling that earlier the Guru and the Brahmachari both used to live in forest. So for that it was very, so that's why deer skin as a dress was very essential. It was so simple that you can just put it on the ground and you can sleep, and even snakes will not
Come.
approach you.
Hari Bol. Vedic life is very simple life. There is no palatial buildings for gurukulas like modern gurukulas. They used to live in forest, in great simplicity. And Prabhupada saying Vedic life means there is no artificial life. So now in modern life, there are so many artificial needs are increasing. Why it is increasing? And Prabhupada said, what is the artificial thing which we are doing? One of the example Prabhupada gave. Yes.
Prabhupada gave example of for even for shaving your cheeks you need
Machine.
and why it is increasing because thought process is not engaged in Krishna, so it is engaged in material advancement, so-called material advancement. That is why these artificial necessities are coming.
Rivo. There is no higher thought, Prabhupada is telling, because of which actually all our ideal mind is becoming devil's workshop. So it's all thinks about sense gratification. And Prabhupada is telling about anartha. What is anartha? And Prabhupada gave some 1-2 examples actually, which we can live simply without.
Anartha means that which is not wanted. And he gives the example for sleeping, if we can use our palm, then there is no need of a pillow. And to drink water, if we use our palms, then there is no need of any water pot.
Haribo. Next, Prabhupada speaking about advancement in spiritual life means what, and he gave example about
Prabhupada said advancement means minimizing the bodily necessities, eating, sleeping and all. He gave example of Goswami's Nidra, Hara, Vihara.
An example Prabhupada gave?
Goswami's.
Haribo. And next, Prabhupada is explaining about fear. Why there is a fear?
Prabhupada is saying that we have fear because that we believe that we are body. We believe that we are body.
Yes. Hari Bol. So Prabhupada explained that with one Sanskrit term. Can anybody say? Bhayam means Dvitiya Abhiniveshat. And but we are lacking one realization what Bhagavad Gita speaks. What is that? Because of that, the result is Bhayam. Yes.
Prabhupada was saying Bhagavad Gita teaches us how we are not this body, but we are soul, and soul can never be killed. Soul goes from one body to another. But because we identify with the body, so all fear comes. Nahanyate
hanyamane shri. Hari Bol. So, and Prabhupada said there is some balanced approach. This doesn't mean that we are so careless also. So, what is that balanced approach? Prabhupada said. Any? Yes,
Prabhupada was telling that if something happens, so we can try to avoid that, but we don't get stopped. So Prabhupada gave an example of car accident. If there is a car accident, so we don't stop there. We start walking.
Okay. Hari Bol. So we have to take care, but we should not be overwhelmed. Prabhupada is telling actually. So spiritual life means what? And Prabhupada used this 2-3 times. This word. It, it doesn't mean increasing material necessities, but behind Mataji. Mahat.
Simple living, high thinking.
That is there, surely. But here, in this particular thing, he is telling about the title of the lecture is same. It is minimize, minimize, minimize. That is
Minimizing ahar, nidra, bhai, maithun.
that is minimizing the needs of the body. Thank you. Hari Bol. Spiritually means shortcut the necessities of life, making things shortcut. And next, Prabhupada is speaking about hair, keeping the hair. So, what is the ideal standard for keeping the hair? Yes, bro. You can tell. You want to see?
But told about the two process. Either you can cleanse hair, or either you can don't care about the hair. You can make the jata like that. But that is not possible in Kali Yuga. So better cleanse hair.
Hari Bol. What is the thought process in Kali Yuga about hair?
In Kali Yuga, people think. In Kali Yuga, people think if I have hair, I will look beautiful. Lavanyam Keshadharanam. That's everybody thinks.
And
Even though he may not be beautiful, but by keeping hair, he thinks that I am beautiful.
hair is the life and soul of the people in Kali Yuga. Now we can see so many ads are there outside actually how to grow hair. So many. Hari Bol. So what is the problem in keeping jata in Kali Yuga? Yes, you want to say?
If you'll go in the street, you will get the botheration. So
Yeah.
therefore, it's better to not keep jata.
You are chased by some animals if you go in the street if you have jata. Hari Bol. So what is the indication of sacred thread? Behind again you can give Mataji.
Sacred thread means he is twice born. Once he is born by parents and other next time by Guru. Guru has accepted him.
Hari Bol. He has approached a bona fide spiritual master. That is sacred thread. So next Prabhupada is telling unless one takes shelter of Guru, he is anybody more? Yes, bro.
He's a vagabond.
He's a vagabond. Hari Bol. Prabhupada is telling now in India we can see so many vagabonds are there. No employment, no caretaker, loitering in the street, playing at noon time, no engagement. That is a defect of our modern culture. There it is creating vagabonds. And what is Panchama? Anybody? What to say? Yes.
Panchama is he's less than Shudra. Chandala, we can say.
His habits are very, very topsy-turvy. He is less than Shudra, Chandala. Hari Bol. So, and Prabhupada is telling why these things are happening actually. There is something, we have great culture, but wrong teachings are given. Wrong teachings are given by three kinds of people, Prabhupada said. 1, 2, 3. Who are those three? Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhupada told a rascal father, teacher, and third is
Rascal leader, rascal father, rascal teacher. Hari Bol. And they are saying you give up all this culture and become technologist. Actually, this is going on. And Prabhupada told one thing actually. We want to imitate Western people, but still we cannot imitate them. We will not be successful even if you try to imitate them. Why we can't be successful? Yes, Jagdish.
Prabhupada said, because you are born in India, the purpose of this land is to cultivate spiritual life, not for that reason. So we cannot imitate that also.
You are already advanced somewhat previously in your life. That's why you got opportunity to take birth in India. So you are meant for spiritual advancement. If you try to imitate Western countries also, you cannot be happy. Hari Bol. So Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for. Prabhupada quoted one famous sloka from Bhagavatam. Yes, behind. Mataji.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
No. Bhagavatam one sloka. Why Vyasadeva compiled Bhagavatam? That Prabhupada mentioned that sloka. Behind somebody is Naveen.
Anardhopashamanam sakshat.
Anarthopsamam sakshat bhakti yogamadokshage. Hari Bol. And Prabhupada mentioned 3 anarthas here, which we have developed, which are not required, these anarthas. 1, 2, 3. At least some. One is BD, Prabhupada told. Third thing. Drinking tea and wine. Hari Bol. And next Prabhupada explaining, actually there are so many anarthas, people are entangled nowadays, and even it is becoming burden for the government also. And what government failed to do, Krishna consciousness is able to do. So what is that? Yes.
People in the US, they are addicted, youngsters, they are addicted to LSD. Government trying to free them from the LSD, but they are not able to do. But this Krishna consciousness, those boys, they came to the Krishna consciousness, immediately they become clean from this LSD.
Bhakti Yogam can do. Hari Bol. So next Prabhupada is telling about blind leaders. So what Prabhupada is telling about leaders?
Prabhupada was referring his conversation with Professor Katosky. So that time Prabhupada says that leader is required, but if he is a bad or blind, so you remain blind. So that is the problem with the blind leader. So that's why we need a perfect leader.
Hari Bol. Accept perfect leader. That perfect leader is Krishna. Then you will be happy. Otherwise it is not possible. Then how we become intelligent enough to accept perfect leader? What helps you to make you intelligent to accept perfect leader?
By reading Srimad Bhagavatam, daily reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Hari Bol. So you come, we have made a big building, nice building for hearing Bhagavatam, discuss Bhagavatam, associate with people. Next, Prabhupada speaking about association from one Bhagavatam verse.
Yoshitam Sangi Sangam.
Exactly, correct. You can tell the meaning.
When you associate with persons who are very much attached to women and all.
Tamodvaram Joshitam Sangi Sangam Mahat Sevam Dvaram Ahur Vimukte. So If you associate with those people or attached to women sense gratification, then you degrade. Reboot. So, what is the real problem? And people don't care about the real problem. Why they don't care about the real problem? Nobody is there.
They have become so degraded like animals that even though they repeated birth and death, but they don't care. They have become so degraded.
Haribo. Because they become like as good as animals, they don't care about the real problems of life, that is birth, old age, disease and death. And last Prabhupada concluded it, what is perfection of civilization? Perfection of civilization is that Prabhupada quoting the Sanatana Goswami example that Kiyame kene amai jape tapatrai. We have to inquire about these questions. Then our life will be successful. That is perfection of civilization. So, not this civilization. Keep everyone in darkness, eat, drink, and be merry, and go to hell like cats and dogs. This is not civilization. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।